past this crazy police car in the parking lot. Now, a little story about this. So I came from Big Lots right here, right? Closed at 9, so just closed, got packed a canister of Pringles. This cop car comes down this street, and I'm waiting right there to cross the street because, as you see, there's a lot of traffic. The cop car pulls into here, and it's just sitting there. And I tried to wait, thinking maybe he's going to turn back around, try to swoop me up. I don't know what the deal is. But I'm not comfortable. You know, typically I would go the other way. There's no other way to go unless I go like way out of my way. So I have no choice but to either walk to this corner and be right there, or walk behind him and past him. I'm going behind the building. That's where I'm going, and I'm going around. Hopefully, you know, like I said, God be with me. I don't know. This Walgreens that you see right here, like in 2021, there was a guy walking from Walgreens that went to go pick up a prescription for his aunt or somebody. The cops were waiting across the street, kind of like this guy here is kind of stalking me out here. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going. I don't want any problems. He could have, you know, watched me on the other side of the street, but I'm going around here, which may or may not cause more of an issue. I don't know. Yeah, he turned his lights on, and I hope he doesn't come back to come get me. I'm just trying to avoid, you know, walking across this path, which, you know, if he wants to come and get me, he will, but I don't want anything. They're just as bad as, like I said, when I was walking and that police, not the police, but that man on that bicycle kept coming towards me. So there he goes. Now he's going. It's creepy, just creepy. Absolutely creepy. Now, actualization, emotional intelligence actualization, is that perhaps he just stopped to, I don't know, write a ticket or something. I don't know what the hell it was, but all I know, or maybe he was coming to harass this nice gentleman standing here about to cross the street as well. You know, I don't want any problems, so I want to avoid all of that. Sometimes to avoid it, though, people come at you even more. But, you know, like I said, emotional intelligence, being aware and seeing that, no, that's not paranoia, because I'm going to tell you, being someone that has been through the legal system, they are bad people. When I went through that legal situation, I was court ordered to a homeless shelter. When I left the court that day, it was like 6 something. And what they can do is they can set a court date for the next day, and they court order you to be homeless so that you never get your mail, so you don't know that there's a court date set, right? But that's neither here nor there. And the ironic thing, the only thing that saved me was I was at court every day because I was defending myself initially, and that's how I wanted to close. But they tricked me at the very last minute, literally. They tricked me into allowing someone to step in literally at the last minute during the second jury selection, right? So when I was court ordered to that homeless shelter, I was told I had to be there by 7 p.m. Homeless shelter was right around the corner from my apartment where I paid rent. Never, ever in my life would I have ever been homeless if I hadn't been court ordered. Never. That wasn't my way of life. But then I adapted it because I was forced to by the legal system. I adopted it. And so you have to unlearn. Some of the things that I do are just out of practicality. But when you mix practicality with homelessness, you know, experience, it comes out that way. Just like this man is nicely walking across the street here. That guy that got tackled by the police, that's all he was doing. He was walking back from Walmart. They sat over here somewhere, just sat there like that police car was sitting there and watched. So, But anyhow, long story short, so I had to be there at 7. I asked people how to get there because I didn't really know how to get there. They're like, yeah, just cut across the railroad tracks. Got to the railroad tracks. They were really heavily covered up by brush or bush, whatever. So a police car sitting right on the other side of the railroad tracks. So something didn't feel right, just like something didn't feel right back there. So I stood there for the longest and watched the police car and tried to make eye contact with the black officer that was in the police car. Wouldn't make eye contact with me. I figured, okay, he's just doing paperwork. Let me wait till he finishes. And he keeps on ignoring me. He won't make eye contact with me. And so I'm thinking, okay, I'm tripping. Always trust your instinct. I'm tripping. So I'm like, all right, fine. It's like 3 minutes to 7 o'clock. I got to be there by then or I'm going to get in trouble. So I went across the track. As soon as I went across the track, he gave me a ticket for trespassing. I'm like, how am I trespassing? There's no trespassing signs. He says they're here, here, and here. There weren't no trespassing signs. There were some that were under the brush, and it was so worn you couldn't even see the trespassing. And I said, well, sir, that's why I was trying to make eye contact with you. I know we're both human, and you could feel me trying to connect with you to find out what was going on because something didn't feel right. Went to court, it got thrown out. But you know, trust your instinct. Don't let anybody tell you that you're paranoid, whatever. Trust your instinct. The society we live in today tries to teach you not to, but trust your instinct. And the scary thing about that is even if you do trust your instinct nowadays, it's been dulled down by being exposed to so much social media and being kind of maneuvered by that in your way of thinking and your awareness, that sometimes your instinct may not be as sharp as it should, but trust your instinct. If you feel something's not right or uncomfortable, it means something's wrong. An old employer had to tell me that. If something doesn't make sense, something's wrong. Okay. But now I think I'm okay. I don't see them. But that doesn't mean that they didn't stop somewhere up the road, just like the people that are designated to be bad guys. They'll stop and park somewhere where you can't see them and pull out. They may be doing the same thing. I hope not, because I want to be safe. And I hope that black man that's walking ahead of me, I hope he's going to be safe too. He's trying to just make it home from wherever he was, just like me. Older man, my age, maybe a little bit older, 50 probably. Just trying to make it home. Don't make no sense.